So 1st and 10 at the 35 for Cincinnati. This is a Towson defense who gave up a lot on the ground last year, an average of 193 yards per game. But that's Aaron Turner breaking through across the 20 and out of bounds at the 15 for Cincinnati. In receptions all of last year, picks up a big chunk there.
And Turner does an excellent job of breaking the tackle. And one of the things that you have to do when you're going up against an FBS opponent, if you're FCS, is make sure that you make the play.
Now 1st and goal, 5 wide for Sorsby and the Bearcats. We said he can run, and Brendan Sorsby's first touchdown as a Cincinnati Bearcat. He takes it himself and calls his own number. 75 yards over 7 plays as Sorsby.
Tight end because he's a mismatch waiting to happen.
Davis already pressured. Eric Phillips giving chase and then tracking him down is Jared Bartlett. Could not stop talking about the speed of their linebackers, and you see it right there with Bartlett.
You certainly do, and you also see Eric Phillips.
Football here in the state of Ohio. Started his career at LSU. Good catch across the middle. It's Joe Royer. We talk about the tight end. Transferred over from Ohio State.
Certainly what you love about Joe Royer, and the coaches mentioned this in our interview with him, is that he...
By Henderson. Sorsby on the play action, going deep. They've got Henderson wide open into the end zone. A 42-yard touchdown pass from Sorsby to Xavier Henderson, and Cincinnati back-to-back touchdowns on their opening 2 drives.
With his receiver Henderson for the deep grab on that play. Excellent execution.
And Girardi beats out Emerald. 139 yards in the air for this Bearcats offense. Rolling on 1st down, wide open, Sterling Burkhalter. Another local kid from Princeton High School, and it's a 61-yard touchdown from Sorsby to Burkhalter.
Certainly the case right here. As you look on your screen, you see, you got to know, you can't guard the same man in space. There's no defense that I'm aware of in which you let a guy run free past you, especially in some type of play action when you allow, once again, running to get involved.
Bearcat team with the tackle. 4th down, nowhere to go. The Cincinnati defense.
Taking open field tackles, but you want to have a situation where you put Matthews in space.
You hear him talk, so much poise, so much leadership, and they're so happy to have him here in Cincinnati as the shovel on the first play of the drive for Cincinnati. It's to Tony Johnson.
That was Sorsby's play, so very impressive what I'm seeing thus far from the Cincinnati offense.
6 receivers have caught a pass already for Cincinnati in this game. That's a huge hole for Corey Kiner. He breaks it out to the far sideline. Across the 40 and out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 39.
Has all type of running room in which he gets touched finally, 7 yards down the football field on that 2nd and 3rd level.
Cincinnati's got 3 touchdowns on the game. Sorsby has counted for all of them, 1 on the ground, 2 in the air. He goes to the near side. Xavier Henderson across midfield, a 1st down on 1st and 10. 67 of those have gone to Henderson. Look to his left, checks back to his right. Joe Royer with room. Royer, the big 6'5", 255-pounder, is inside the red zone.
As you sell the fake to one direction, misdirect to the other side, and watch what Royer does. He allows his blocking to set up and not just panics and takes off running, but that allows him to get even more yardage.
Get all the way to the end zone. Sorsby takes it, and a wide open red carpet to the end zone. The 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for Brendan Sorsby, a 12-yard scamper.
Quarterback draw in the huddle. They execute it to perfection because Sorsby finds himself once again, Eric, untouched and in the end zone for the score. Yeah, that's going to give the opponent next week a fit because, like, who do we stop? There's so many options.
They go on the ground this time. Corey Kiner just pushing his way across the 45.
You got to understand the situation at hand. Okay, now they're backing up.
Sorsby instead dunks it off across the middle to Xavier Henderson. Taken down at the 30-yard line to end the half. Scott Satterfield and offensive coordinator Brad Glenn, the first offensive possession of the 2nd half. It's a handoff to Evan Pryor. Pryor breaks through, and it's a 1-play touchdown drive for the redshirt junior Evan Pryor. 64 yards to the house.
Let a guy pretty much go untouched that deep into the second and third level and score on the first player drive when you have some momentum going your way. But give credit to the Bearcats for answering in a...
It seems like Coach Satterfield likes the fact that he's not just one note this year in the backfield.
No, he certainly has the ability to spread it around. And right here, you're seeing Sorsby once again do just that.
Over the middle to Aaron Turner.
When they say he had all day to throw, that's an example of what they mean.
19-yard pickup. Carlos Davis looking at his sideline for the hand signals coming in for the upcoming play. Quick release on the outside to Chris Watkins. Watkins with a bit of a stiff arm. Gets past the line of scrimmage, but only by about a yard or two.
Point of attack, the receiver has to make a block, and Doss did not do any of that.
They're actually going to spot him. Your father was the son of the founder of Procter & Gamble, a very big company still to this day here in Cincinnati. And a year later, Gamble donated in honor of his son.
A little bit of production.
It's a handoff to Matthews. That's going to take us backwards.
See, we spoke too soon.
Jalen Carroll in on the tackle in the backfield, a loss.
And this, look at that. Cam Rutherford involved again.
Benefiting Towson on those flags. To the outside, it's Watkins, running back out of the backfield.
We can work with. It may not be reflected in the score today, but you certainly see signs of improvement.
433 yards of total offense for Towson and counting as that ball caught in stride by J.C. on Doss.
Let them know what they think about it, because it is the disrespect card being played, and there's nothing wrong with playing it when you have the opportunity.
Here's Pryor. Rod called it, just waiting to break a big.
Fake it to Reed. Holstein wants it all. Post pattern is picked off in the end zone. Josh Minkins reels it in, the Louisville transfer.
An extra middle field safety. Well, Minkins was that safety, and he made a great play.
Woke up to 51 degrees, a crispness that you don't see a lot this time of year in these parts. Corey Kiner, another big gator. Well, Cincinnati on the ground a year ago. The difference in Pittsburgh, a gain of 28 more for number 21.
Season. The same type of offense what we saw last year is what we see this year. Run to the outside, find the hole, get vertical. Now what makes it special is you have to make someone miss.
Brings 6, a 3 deep, 2 underneath. Didn't do it last year, trying to get back to those ways this year. And the pass is caught, tiptoeing down the sideline. The touchdown to Javoy Mays from 52 yards out.
If there were ever a game plan that you'd want to start if you're Cincinnati, this is it. Turnover on defense, leading to offense. You saw the time in the pocket, and Mays gets pushed out of bounds, gets back in bounds. You can see the defensive back from Pitt.
Bearcats 1 of 2 on third down. Sorsby, another deep ball coming back to it. Reeling in the reception. Xavier Henderson. This veteran ACC officiating crew in clear contact, some 30 yards downfield.
And it was necessary contact. Battle got beat.
Fake it to Chance Williams. There it is again. Royer off to the races. It's first and goal. The Ohio State transfer. Fake it to Kiner. Sorsby wide open. Well, he had 2 targets. He'll choose Tony Johnson. Second catch of the season. Pick your poison time in Sorsby. Getting it done. He had Francis Sherman also in the flats.
He could have made it easy on himself, but he chose the harder way. You had 2 guys wide open. Notice the linebackers are all flowing the wrong direction. And what a perfectly placed ball by Sorsby. Yes, you had your option.
Keep an eye on 11 in motion. Already put up some big numbers today. Post corner, there it is, Xavier Henderson.
The issue with this defensive structure is this. They're used to bringing pressure.
Brown 1 for 2 last week. And on the way, Brown bangs it through.
Defensive stop, the penalty, the forced holding. Hold them to a field goal, but still a 2-touchdown game for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Kiner in the backfield on 3rd and long. Sorsby off the back foot. Joe Royer! A touchdown from 16 yards out. Hey, Joe!
A great teammate, a great leader, doesn't talk a lot, but he's very trusted. Joe Royer on the inside, too big for safeties, too fast for linebackers.
Kiner now approaching 80 yards on the ground. Deep handoff. Kiner stays on his feet. The vision, the balance, and the speed for the veteran running back.
The way the play's got to be made is from the back end. Luke Hader's going to be on the front end of this play. He gets to the second level and takes care of 2 players, no holding, great inside hand placement, and causes another big-time play.
In the second half, with 3 touchdown passes. Des Reed swallowed up and driven down by Jared Bartlett.
4 wide for Smith. Over the middle, and he's picked off. Donovan Smith picked off by Josh Minkins, who missed last week, back in the starting lineup.
In the game down in Houston, Smith able to get rid of that ball, a little bit of pressure, but stepping right in front is the free safety, Minkins, who you said, Dan, has been banged up, was a game-time decision. One of those guys that came over from Louisville with Scott Satterfield, making a big play early, and Cincinnati's been getting early picks from.
Sorsby to throw on 1st down, little hitch, completes it for the 1st down. And this is the guy who has been so dangerous with the ball in his hand, Jamoy Mays.
Stretching the defense, freezing the linebackers by checking out into the flat and then getting it over the middle to Mays. Good looking throw from Sorsby.
Kiner 2 carries for just 7 yards thus far. 2nd and 17 here. Sorsby to throw. Pressure coming off the right side. Goes up top, and he got him. What a catch by Xavier Henderson.
He had Henderson against the corner, Carter. And again, just like the first ball he throws, trusting his receiver, throws a beautifully catchable ball, a little bit of hand fighting. And Henderson knows how to separate it.
Parker Jenkins back in at running back. Smith pressured. Kind of a low throw to Jenkins, and he is met right away by Derek Canteen. The 1st-year transfer from Virginia Tech has been excellent this year.
Start out the Miami of Ohio game. Smith slips a little bit while he's trying to push up, but is able to get rid of that ball to Parker Jenkins, who's kind of their all-around solid back. Easy guy to talk to and like, Willie Fritz, and root for.
Willie Fritz is outstanding. Keeping it on the ground here, and nothing going for Parker Jenkins. Jordan Young from his cornerback spot had that big pass breakup on pickup of 21 yards. The ball just inside the 45-yard line for the Bearcats. Keeping it on the ground here. Plenty of room for Kiner. Corey Kiner breaking a tackle, and he's in for the 2nd Bearcat touchdown of the day. A 44-yard touchdown run for Corey Kiner.
Sorsby very, very calm, making plays down the field. That keeps Houston's defense off balance. Kiner, really good cutback runner, and sometimes you want to be slow to it and fast.
Empty set for Smith. Quick pass out to the left side. That's Johnson, and he's not going anywhere. Kalen Carroll wrapping him up.
Taking him down, and Carroll pressing the short passing game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing. 2nd and goal here. Now you're in a passing situation, most likely. Here's Sorsby throwing again. Left side of the field, up top. Got him again. Xavier Henderson, what a throw by Brendan Sorsby. He is on fire.
Well, they don't have an answer for Henderson when they throw it to him deep. It was Latrell McCutcheon that time.
Looking like one of the better quarterbacks in the Big 12. This pass, a thing of beauty to Henderson. Sorsby, 9 of 10, 2 touchdown passes already. It's 21-0. Cincinnati on top at home.
He's big, he can run that long pass, but consistency's been an issue.
They look outside, quick pass, and then dump it off down low. Parker coming in with a monster hit. Started his first game as a kicker last week, had that pair of 50-yarders. And this one is pure from 46. So Nathan Hawks now a perfect 3 for 3 on the season. A 46-yarder, a 50-yarder, and a 55-yarder. Wittenberg kicker.
Just perfectly executed.
2nd and 6. Here's Williams again with room around the left side, using his blockers well. And best run of the game for Chance Williams.
Number 67 and 87, Gavin Grover. You're going to see those guys just convoying out there. He was supposed to take it underneath, but the offensive line and the running backs really see the field together in this pistol run game look.
From the 45, Sorsby's going to air it out, has a man downfield, and another big play for Sorsby. This one going to Sterling Burkhalter.
And that is the first time since 2022 any Bearcat quarterback has done that. And every throw he has, this one to Burkhalter, another local guy transferred from NCA&T. All he has to do is
9 different receivers for Sorsby. Going to call his own number this time. He can run a little bit, puts his shoulders down, and Sorsby in for another Bearcat touchdown.
Who really knows what he's doing. Transfer from the Rocky Long defenses of New Mexico. And look at him. Just bolo him through the end zone.
Pressure coming. Not able to get the pass off there. Cameron Wilson from his defensive end spot wraps him up for the sack.
Wilson, one of those guys from Louisville, on that cross blitz with both linebackers, Dingle and Wilson.
Not a terribly tough schedule for them. Cincinnati, assuming with 8 minutes to go, they hold on to this one. Williams breaking a couple of tackles.
Defensively, you know where the tight end, number 11, Joey Royer, is down here in this red zone.
Sorsby throwing to the end zone. Touchdown! Tony Johnson with the catch.
He beat the coverage right off the line of scrimmage. Not any contact at all. He gave him move inside and got a whole lot of room outside.
Put that in the belly of Brooks, and he's met right behind the line of scrimmage by Simeon Coleman.
The scrimmage, 6 feet, 230 pounds, out of St. Pleasant, Maryland.
They
Quickly.
love him. They said 2022, 60 conversions, most in FBS, and Taj Brooks doesn't have it. The Bearcats say no. Shirt senior out of Philly makes the stop, and the Bearcats will have it. Sorsby, wide open. Xavier Henderson. Henderson's loose. Henderson to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. 42 yards for Xavier Henderson. 59-9 in the first quarter.
Yeah, look at Henderson. He's in that slot position and just a little slant across the middle against safety coverage, and he is faster, quicker, better than that. There's no chance.
All right. Morton on the run, throwing, and that one's complete to Josh Kelly. If he could have put it on him, that could have been 6 rods.
What he has to do is keep Morton in the pocket. That's a tough matchup and a tough man to tackle.
Here's Brooks. comes flying in there. Making the stop is Josh Minkins Jr.
Yeah, again.
And Dante Corleone as well.
I mean, his thighs are like tree trunks.
He had it again, and boy, he's blown up behind the line. Jake Golday was the first to meet him. On the run, throws, he's got a man, and that's complete to Mays.
Wow.
Midfield, 11-yard pickup. They'll move the sticks. Full I formation. It's Pryor, right side, touchdown, Cincinnati.
Run behind him again. Just a little bit of a pin and pull. He's the fullback here. Block down with the tackle, come out with the guard, and there's your foot.
See what Coach Satterfield's got up his sleeve. He calls the plays. Throws, slant, complete. First down, Xavier Henderson. Brought down at the 40. 17-yard pickup. Minute left here until the half. Sorsby. Plenty of time. He's got a man, too. And that's complete to Mays.
And then you get your slot receiver coming back across. A clear out on that left side, running off the coverage.
And he gets the call. Pryor. And he certainly redeems himself. Cuts back. Pryor heading to 6. And he's brought down at the 5. To stop a 36-yard pickup. But Evan Pryor, the transfer out of Ohio State, on his giddy-up.
Yeah, he's got great speed. Now, I might want to put that ball into the left hand so it doesn't get knocked out. How far Georgia will fall?
They're going to set up the screen to Covey. He's a speed guy. And Covey's loose. And Covey's taking this one to the house. He's going to go 71 yards. And just like that, the Bearcats are back in it.
Bender was like, I am going to use my best asset, and that's my speed. Just watch the way he takes off. No hesitation. I do not care. You got to come catch me because I am not juking you. I'm not slow.
Now 149 yards rushing. Keeping it is Morton, and he's brought down. Good stop. Trayvon Gola-Kyler. From their own 35. Over the middle. And caught. Going high is Xavier Henderson again. Sorsby to the outside to Johnson. Breaks a tackle. Down the sideline. And finally brought down. Here's Brooks. Tried to get to the outside, and he's smothered up. Simeon Coleman with the stop, the freshman. That's how good they believe he's going to be. You see the stop. 4th down coming for Tech. 91 yards. Sorsby. Over the middle, he's got Royer. The tight end breaks the tackle and brought down at the 39. Nathan Hawks, their kicker, has a career long of 55 since he needs 25 more yards. Sorsby under pressure, throws and caught. 19-yard pickup.
They still have a timeout, and they have plenty of time. But the way he bought time extended that play.
The Indiana transfer with Corey Kiner. 1,000-yard rusher last year with a big seam. Corey Kiner is into UCF territory with a vicious stiff arm at the end for Quadric Bullard to the 28.
Favorite player on this football team is the tight end. Over on the outside is Joe Royer. Sometimes he's kind of hiding there, but the block by Royer at the point of attack creates that seam for Corey Kiner.
3rd down. Bearcats need 6. Sorsby steps up, lofts it across the middle for Royer. Trusty Joe Royer into plus territory.
But this is what this offense is all about. Sorsby has been under duress in the pocket, but who does he rely on? Who does he go to? He knows where number 11 is going to be at, in the spot that he's supposed to be.
Cincinnati's knocking on the door with a big 3rd down and goal for Brendan Sorsby. Takes it himself up the middle, and Sorsby is in for a touchdown.
Pounds of Sorsby coming right at you. Look at how many blockers that are in place. Everybody got involved. Jamoy Mays, Royer, Sherman, and even Corey Kiner. You got that kind of leverage with.
We want to control the football against UCF. Sorsby rolling, pressure coming, throwback screen. What a catch by Manny Covey. Banged down at the 15. How about the acrobatic grab from Manny Covey, the redshirt freshman?
He caught the football that he didn't read the blocks. An outstanding throw because the call was there. It's into a blitz. That's the perfect time for a screenplay. Covey caught the football, but had he read his blocks, he could have cut inside that, and there was nobody that would have touched him on the way to the end zone. Just watch how the blocks develop.
UCF in the red zone. Harvey left side. Harvey a stiff arm, and he tumbles. Good tackle made by Logan Wilson. Changed up the practice schedule for UCF today. They had a morning walkthrough, a rarity on game day. And they have tied this game early in the second half. Brendan Sorsby to the sideline. Nice tiptoe catch made by Barry Jackson Jr. for a dozen.
Man, that's a good drive starter right there.
The Bearcats are 6 for 10 on third downs. The blitz comes. Sorsby stands in and he fires complete. Tony Johnson on the move with a first down inside the 40. 22 yards.
Was the gamble by Braden Marshall, number 4. He's staring back at the quarterback. He dove to knock the ball away. See how he stares at the quarterback and he tries to knock it away. He misses, and if you miss, there's the big play.
Has missed from 36. Has supplanted Carter Brown this year. Hawks' kick is on its way, and Nathan Hawks drills it with room to spare. Got trips left, including the tight end Joe Royer, 11 and white. Xavier Henderson one-on-one to the right.
I still think the quarterback keeps it.
Sorsby to the air. Corner route caught for a touchdown. Tony Johnson with the Cincinnati touchdown to make it a 2-score game.
It's how do you create space? He's going to get here, here, and this guy acts like he's going here, and it's just an outstanding route. You got guys who are going one way, and then boom, you put 2, and you got to cover. Which one do you cover?
Third down and 5. Brown to throw. Brown steps up. Brown takes off. He gets wrapped up by Dante Corleone for a loss. Another Corleone sack, and it's 4th down.
And he talked about how much fun he is having with this team. Second down, they'll run that option look. Brendan Sorsby is in for the touchdown.
If you think Jeff Sims can run, so can this young man, Brendan Sorsby. And a great job. And it is great. You see the motion, the dive guy underneath, the pitch guy sitting wide, puts the safety in a quandary. And you're never right. If you're Shamari Simmons, you're never right in this situation, because if you go inside, there's nobody for the outside. Then Brendan Sorsby knows that, so he keeps it.
4th and 3, they swing it out, passes high, Scadaboo the catch, swallowed up immediately. Jake Golday, and the failed 4th down, the gamble backfires for Arizona State.
We talked about the swing route of Scadaboo. We saw it earlier in the first drive, hit it for big success. Golday said, not on my side, and ran that down, beat the receiver at the point of attack, and made the play in the backfield. Watch it, it's a nice swing, kind of loses it a little bit, and Cameron Harpole can't hold on.
He'll get the first down on the completion to Royer. Sorsby will look to stay hot. Over the middle again, it's Royer, who's really developed into a security blanket, leading the Big 12
position in receptions, and Sorsby does a great job just figuring out where the hole in the zone is. Royer does a nice job.
Hawks with a really strong leg. It just hasn't been accurate all the time. This one, though, plenty of accuracy. Royer in motion. He'll be the lead blocker for Evan Pryor, and the home run hitter trying to deliver the boom. And there he goes. 55 yards, touchdown.
We said home run capable. Job by Royer, just filling, and then the vision by Pryor makes a single cut back to the middle of the field, and then after that, it's paid.
Yeah, that'd be great. Antoine Sr., the Hall of Famer here at Cincinnati, playing for legendary coach Rick Mentor. 4th and short, they will hand it, and for the second time, get denied. Scattaboo, nowhere to go. Jared Bartlett exploding and filling that hole.
Does a great job of reading and actually going behind the pull and getting into the lane before Scattaboo can get going.
From the 37, over the middle on that double move, and it is Tony Johnson from his slot position.
Which is just not working, and just a great job of slowing down. Tony Johnson, kind of a little hesitation, double move.
In the flow of the game right now as they will hand it off, and this is Kiner inside the 10. Kiner still on his feet, reeling his way toward the goal line, and they'll say he'll be a yard shy.
For the Sun Devils, but look at the contact balance. He takes one hit at the line of scrimmage. 2 more guys, a 3rd guy, and then finally Alfred Rhea.
Jumbo set, 3 tight ends. They fake the pitch, and Sorsby will get across for the touchdown. Brendan Sorsby, his 2nd rushing touchdown today.
But not close enough. Little fake move, little half man, half amazing, and 1 reference there. And Sorsby goes right up the gut, puts the ball.
Fresh set of downs from the Sun Devil 47. Sorsby fakes left, now fakes right. Wanted to go over the middle. He can take off if he wants, and that's what he does. And Sorsby will wisely step out of bounds. Sorsby.
Great job. Fake right, fake left, fake right, fake up the middle, and then run left. I've seen that in the playbook before. I swear I have. But just a great vision. Now let's look at the offensive line. Pulling out, you got half your defenders going out to the right, stymieing. Offensive line staying with the blocks until the very last second as Sorsby just picks his way through.
Big play, 4th down. Kiner untouched inside the 20. Kiner to the 10. Lost the ball late as it rolled forward, but I believe they're going to mark him down.
We'll look at it again. Just inside zone. Great job blocking by the offensive line and just tackling. Can't quite.
Trips right. Kiner in the backfield. Keeper all the way for Sorsby, and there he goes. 2nd wave, Sorsby points toward a 1st down.
I mean, I feel like this young man, Sorsby, he's like FedEx. You know, he's like by air or ground.
Sorsby out of the backfield, wide open to Pryor on the loose and pushed out of bounds at about the 24-yard line by Shiloh Sanders.
Watch right here. All of the talking and confusion that's happening. Cameron Suman Craig trying to communicate to Preston Hodge. Well,
Johnson in motion, now comes back. Sorsby into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Johnson with the catch. The motion man ended up making the catch. Sorsby had some good interference, picks up the 1st down. He can do that. He's a very proficient runner, and he used his legs right there to move the chains.
Tremendous call by Scott Satterfield, knowing that he's going to get man-to-man coverage. So if you can break that defensive line, then you can get a lot of space.
Hodge is due for a big game tonight. Made a play there, but the pass interference nullifying it. Sorsby hands it off to Pryor. Got a seam and a crease into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. Boy, what a great call. Pryor with his 5th rushing touchdown.
Great patience in the backfield. And then the officials once again coming together to discuss. Oh, this one's going to be interesting. We got a shot right down the line. Great job by our crew. But all the tip of the ball just has to break.
Belief and a Big 12 potential appearance in the championship game for the winner in this. Sanders complete, but a hit immediately made. No gain on the play. Carroll coming up to make the tackle on Hayden. They're going to keep it on the ground. Augustov with nowhere to go. Tell you what, you listen to him and watch him in pregame, and He is the Bundini Brown of hype men amongst coaches. Pass completed at the 25-yard line. Johnson, who has a touchdown tonight, picks up the first down beyond the 43.
Cincinnati playing this play without Tony Johnson and Xavier Henderson on the field.
They hand it off to their leading rusher, Kiner. Turn the corner, leaps over the defender down to the 5. Shiloh Sanders came in for the hit, and Kiner airborne here.
It's a great call by Scott Satterfield, and Shiloh Sanders.
Pass, touchdown to the tight end, Royer. There's a flag, though, in the end zone. Let's see if this touchdown stands.
Colorado's trying to substitute. Cincinnati goes fast. I mean, it's clearly offside because you got a guy running on the field. They made a play the entire play with 12.
Augustov falling, tripped up by the 30-yard line on 2nd and 5. You have empathy
Standing up for my guy. Look at that right foot.
Oh yeah, blame it on the quarterback.
On the quarterback. Yep. Get your feet out of there, quarterback.
Completion percentage. Extra lineman in. The pitch to Corey Kiner. Can he turn the corner and reach the end zone? Yes! Touchdown! Bearcats! First possession on offense, converting a fourth.
Standing that he has the speed to get to the edge. You're going to see number 35, Reed Carrico, going to have an opportunity, but he just can't seal that edge with the speed of Kiner.
C.J. Donaldson in at running back with White. And it is White carrying, and this time to Cincinnati, that 3-5 defense. Head to head, want to stay alive. Trouble for Markiel, and the Bearcats smother him as he got across the 31-yard line. Looked like Jake Galladay.
Pulled up and called that play. I don't know if that's something that he called at the line. He actually did that.
Gallagher, and the Bearcats ready. Jake Galladay got there first.
He thought they might move it up and down the field all day.
And Kiner will change things with a dazzling run up to the 25-yard line, and that'll change everything. Markiel earlier, maybe not so much after this, as he flips one for the end zone, and wow, that bounce for an interception. Logan Wilson bringing him that right arm.
I love this. This is just absolute textbook. Rodney Gallagher, the receiver, and this is what you call the peak zone for Logan Wilson. Able to get his eyes back and get that handout to make the interception.
Evan Pryor wide open. Down the sideline he goes on the flip from Sorsby. It's a touchdown for Cincinnati. Happened in the first half with, here's another look at when West Virginia turned it on a defensive play, and that one play, 80 yards of a score. Here's Sorsby, and there's Pryor all alone.
Yeah, you know, you go with the play action fake like that, and nobody's sticking with them, but some nice blocks along the sideline there. I think that might be Tony Johnson. Joe Royer, keep an eye on him in this second half.
Kiner with a strong run up across the 35-yard line. You're off Sorsby.
Watch the center, number 53, Gavin Gerhardt. Right after the snap, he gets up to that second level, and he's able to get on Josiah Trotter. All kinds of room.
That's good.
It's his 10-yard shuttle speed and all those things.
Okay, good. Our director, Brian Peterman, all over the shoes and the feet. And that's Cole Taylor, and good tackling there. Donovan Thompson. 100th year anniversary of Nippert Stadium, as Sorsby will hold on to it again, make a move, spin to the end zone, and what a run for Brendan Sorsby, and a Bearcat touchdown.
He runs like a running back, not just the cut to get upfield and get vertical, but watch the little spin move, and he juked Trey Lathan earlier. Well, look at this last one. How many times do you hit that?
After no gain, White dancing around with Markiel, who's set to throw. And
there's
he
the
is
guy.
sacked.
Dante Corleone was there first.
That 10-yard shuttle speed. Watch the lateral movement of the big man. You know, you don't get a lot of guys that can move like that, and you don't have as many of those traditional zero-type nose guys like a Vita Vea or... Watch the tight end Warrior here. Favorite target.
Woo! Sorsby is loose, diving inside the 25, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, it certainly did. And Trey Lathan, number 4, the linebacker from West Virginia, is going to have an opportunity, but he sticks that foot in the ground. The tendencies of previous games.
Sorsby's quick throws, getting the ball out quickly, and that is a good completion. And a first and goal as Tony Johnson takes it down. He wants this.
And he is the setback with Sorsby, and he pulls it down. And he is just a yard shy of the first down at the 34.
Real chance to go for this here. I mean, outstanding job getting to the second level by the offensive line, but like we talked about, his running ability soars. Now, this is a...
Of your screen, Pryor is the setback. And they're going to go option towards the wide side of the field. Touchdown, Alvin Pryor. Then they go option in that direction.
It's such a nice job by Brendan Sorsby, though. He doesn't pitch this too early. He attacks and makes Ellis commit, and then he pitches the football, right? When Ellis is in conflict, number 44 in black, he has nothing he can do. He has to take the quarterback.
Carson Hansen back in at running back, and Rocco back in at quarterback. 3rd and 5. In trouble and down. That was Bartlett that got through there, the Mike linebacker, as they lose 4 on that play.
Yeah, we talked about doing good. Take a look at Corleone here. He's the reason that this quarterback is pushed to the linebacker, right? He pushes the pocket, it flushes Rocco Becht out, and then.
From the 10 now. Hanger. Boy, they are just getting yards at a chunk on the ground, aren't they?
The defensive line, they stunt, right? They stunt out of the way, right? So it's up to these linebackers to fill this gap, and they're not able to do it. They do a nice job of pulling around. Big DeAndre Buford, number 56, out of Detroit, kicks out, and then you allow
Kiner is the setback.
You got Henderson at the top of your screen, one-on-one coverage.
Oh, boy, there's another slip. Turf Monster once again rears its ugly head. The punt formation after dropping 2 right here.
Yeah, we highlighted it, that they said this.
Videographers in all of sports television. And we come back to action, and there's Hansen once again wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Darian Varner, 24.
By Rocco Becht.
Going with tempo after the big play. Got his 9th rushing touchdown to eclipse just about everybody in rushing touchdowns. And here's Sorsby taking it the distance. And he slips as he began to slow down. Had a good line of attack on him.
Who's the player in conflict? There he is right there. Number 4 in black, Jeremiah Cooper. He has to make a decision, the quarterback or the running back. He chooses in between, and Sorsby gives him a nice quick fake, and he starts to hit the gas pedal down the field. 0 catches to this point in the game.
Buscema said a moment ago, I was waiting for him to have a big play. Well, evidently, Cincinnati aware of that. Up to the top of your screen. Kiner. I like the way this young man runs.
Yeah.
Senior from Cincinnati. Tough young man. After Iowa State shoved it right down their throat on their opening drive of the second half. Option towards the boundary, and Kiner cuts it back up. Takes it inside the 45 to the, well, they mark it right there, a 12-yard gain. Let's go down to Josh. Trying to look like an old man with wisdom when we know better than that. Kiner bouncing it outside and gets to the second level in a hurry.
Big number 56 coming around to kick out to clear this thing out for him at the right tackle position. DeAndre Buford just kicks out the linebacker, and now he has space to start to maneuver and do all those things that he...
First down 10 from the 37. Oh. Ball's on the ground, fumbled, and I believe that was Hansen. Free safety comes up with the recovery. Watch this hit by Jaquan Sanks.
The low man wins. The true freshman gives up a completion, and then he gets the ball back for his team. Outstanding job for the true freshman, Jaquan Sanks, out of Columbus, Georgia.
And that's a sure-handed running, especially with the clock where it is against the team that can control the ball.
like Iowa State. Sorsby, one more time. Hello, how do you do?
It's a perfect call. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and this guy is leaving, this guy's out. That's not enough guys. You got 6 guys in the box for Cincinnati. It's a perfect call by offensive coordinator Brad Glenn in cahoots with Scott Satterfield.
Son of Anthony Beck, we've touched on it many times, now coaching in the UFL, former NFL star, West Virginia star. That ball's on the ground, comes late, but it is recovered by Iowa State. Ball came loose.
Yeah, I think he has the ball, and then when his butt hits the ground, the ball comes flying out.
And a good call.
Let's take a look there. No, that ball's out, looks like to me. It's very close, but they recovered it, so there's no real harm, no foul.
30-second timeout. Timer, please put 3:13 on the game clock.
I thought his derriere hit right there before it popped out.
Yeah, it was really close.
We're wrapped up yet again. And they better win them all. And they did come from behind to win against San Jose State tonight. Kiner gets ahead.
Getting behind the chain, so he couldn't be as effective as he could have been tonight, but he's really impressive to watch.
105 yards for Corey Kiner.
Johnson to keep it.
Oh,
and
my.
He's brought down at the 10. Good play.
Oh, my.
What a play by Jonathan Thompson.
Done that. But Thompson took his blocker and drove him right back into Johnson. This is as good a play as you'll see. Take him, beat him inside. Well, those were both upsets, and that's what disappointed fans here.
Here's Johnson. He'll keep it. And runs out of bounds. Jaquan Sanks, the guy who forced him out.
He can throw that football.
First down. Sorsby again, plenty of time. Swings it out to Tony Johnson. Tony Johnson down the sideline. And he's in Wildcat territory and forced out of bounds.
Let him go to work. And he just let him do his thing and make a guy miss. Didn't force the ball. That is a mature effort by the quarterback.
Gilmore, Lawrence Sisler. I'm Brian Custer here in Manhattan, Kansas. And there's Corey Kiner. And Corey Kiner takes off. Biggest gain of the night for the Bearcats is V.J. Payne.
A little inside zone with the tight end coming across to block the backside. And he bent that back, cut it back inside the tackle. You need double moves. You need play action.
Kiner, again, another cut back by Kiner. Another big gain by Kiner. He puts his shoulder down and still running. Corey Kiner.
Make guys miss. I will get you something beyond what the line blocks for. Again, that stretch play, his vision, he cuts back. He makes guys miss. He runs through tackles.
He has a career long of 55. And that's good, and the Bearcats are on the board.
And they're still doing it.
Still doing it.
As head coaches, that's really cool.
Sorsby steps up in the pocket, throws. Mays caught at the 30. And brought down at the 34. Design run for Johnson. And there's Jared Bartlett. Leads the Bearcats and tackles for loss. Here's Kiner. Kiner still running. That's a first down and more. Corey Kiner, and you talked about it. If there's anybody who has done this job, Lyman said you will never ever hear him say, "This is my team, belongs to the players." There's Kiner again over that right side. It's a first down and more. As Kiner continues. Sorsby will keep it over that right side. Takes a hit and brought down inside the 10.
He's decisive here, doesn't waste any time. He sees it, attacks it. SEC is in a little bit of trouble.
First red zone trip for the Bearcats, and a touchdown pass to Tony Johnson.
Tony Johnson has stepped up and is having a night. First item, find the football. How does he find the football with the ref in the way and then manages to stab it with one hand?
On the ground is Jackson again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Let's go down to the field. There's Lauren. Here's Johnson under pressure. Throwing. He's got a man wide open. It's Spivey. Fumbles the football. It's loose. And goes out of bounds.
And Spivey was the last one to have control of that ball. The Bearcats had a chance to recover it, but they don't come up with it.
Bring it back to the spot of the fumble.
Where that spot is, they'll mark it where he fumbled it, not where it went out of bounds, though.
Yeah, he had the first down.
Okay. So, yeah, pick up a 14, so that is good for a first down. That's a good hit. Jarred loose. Call was roughing the passer. Sorsby throwing. He's got Mays open. He makes the catch, and he's brought down at the 6. Falls at the 6-yard line.
And Mays made the play. And this is a good learning moment. I mean, he missed some things earlier, throwing it too hard. He just put it up there and said, hey, man. So the last few minutes of this game are still important for this offense.
Sorsby again to the end zone. Got him in. Touchdown, Tony Johnson. Doesn't work once. Try again.
Sorsby throws this one perfectly to the back pylon, gives it some air, allows his receiver to go get it.
This is Rice.
Condensed so they can see a lot more games and they get to watch coaches' tape.
There's Kiner over that left side. Another big run for Corey Kiner. Hey, do you believe that this loss would knock you out and you're still one of the top 12 teams in the playoffs? He didn't like the question, but you know there are a number of people who say, well, we didn't feel like Indiana played anyone until.
Hoover with 2 backs in the backfield this time. And the handoff as a flag comes in is to Trent Battle trying to bounce it to the outside. This Cincinnati defense, as their defensive line is a handful, led by Dante Corleone.
I mean, talking about the guy in the middle, the man in the middle, he's the one that makes that defense run.
Begins this offensive possession, pop pass. And a good play for Evan Pryor. He is a big play guy in this offense. They're just trying to get the ball in his hands.
Yeah, just get him on the outside and let him do the rest. Speed kills, and when you look at that, he just gets around so fast. The linebacker didn't see him.
3rd and 4. Kiner to the outside. Kiner with the burst to the 20, to the 10, down at the 2. Nnamdi Obiizor saved the touchdown, a gain of 46 yards there for Corey Kiner. Corey Kiner gets it again, bounces it to the outside. He's now over 2,500 yards, plus a touchdown. Cincinnati on the board. But right back in it now, down 10-6 with the extra point coming. Play clock at 5. Hoover dumps it off. That's Battle. And he is dropped for a loss by Eric Phillips.
They got the field, held their composure, was assignment correct on that, stayed where he was supposed to be in his responsibility, and is able to make a big play.
Hoover over the middle, intercepted! Had a safety. Trayvon Collard.
And here you have sit back and just wait for the ball to come to you. Great play in the middle of the field, being in that deep safety for the interception.
Under the lights in the snow. Sorsby to the air. He's got a man. Defender fell down. It's caught. There's a big play for Cincinnati as Xavier Henderson hauls it in.
Big play after big play. This offensive liner is holding up.
28 yards. He's sitting on 102. Now it's Sorsby in the open field. Stays on his feet and goes all the way to the 20. Gave just a little shoulder juke at about the 30 and picked up an additional 10 yards. And Cincinnati's cooking. Gain of 25. 5:21 to play. Sorsby keeps it, lowers his head, dives for the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown, Bearcats! But it is a one-score game thanks to Brendan Sorsby fighting his way into the end zone.